Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Now then, everybody, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds, and welcome back to everybody's greatest Friday night Leeds show. It is Late Night Leeds. Now then, everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to the Late Night Leeds. 40 people already in the building. Please smash that like button and get ready for an action-packed show ahead of an action-packed weekend. Action-packed. Yeah, it bloody is. It took so much setting up this tonight. I've actually had to do a bit of graft. You know what I mean, boys?
Yeah,
Anyways, Adam, how are you doing, mate? You've been away in Denmark where there's zero crime rate. By the
zero
way.
crime. Just
Zero
me.
crime.
Zero
How's
crime.
it
There's
been,
zero
mate?
crime.
Have
There's
you
some
enjoyed it for a
crime.
nice week?
There's some crime, just not near where I pay to go.
Had a good week.
Yeah, no, it's all good, mate. Yeah, no, it's nice. Very cold over there, but it's a lovely place. Very Christmassy. But yeah, very good, mate. Thanks.
Has Jeeves been all right? Did you leave him some shopping?
Yeah, I left him some food and water. Left his water bowl out, so he's fine.
Good stuff. Mr. Bossnass, how are you doing? How was you and Planet Leeds doing, mate? You've been smashing the content out this week. Yeah, it's been good stuff, mate. You enjoying it?
Yeah, mate. I've been doing a bit more here and there. I'll take these off because you can't see my eyeballs.
Taking your readers off.
But yeah, I've been doing a bit more on Planet Leeds for anybody who don't know. I've got my own thing going on. Doing a bit more on Planet Leeds. Other than that, nothing as exciting as AG. Do you know what I mean? But we can't all live that life, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine the chaos if we could, mate. Some of us have got to be respectable apples, mate. You know?
Yeah, who's going to be a bin man when you can live a life like that? all your rubbish would just stay permanently outside your front door. It'd be chaos.
Oh, Dave's been swatting up on the quiz. I'll tell you what, if it's anything like last week's, Dave, it doesn't matter how much he's fought,
no
mate. Absolutely no chance. But yeah, Graham, cricket score coming. Yeah, I think we all feel like that, but we'll get into it. All right, Matty lad, says John. Hey up, buddy. Easy teasy. Evening, Matty, mate. How's it going? Not looking forward to this weekend. Me neither. Llewellyn's in. Nigel's in. Sean's in. Yeah, 50 people in. Smash that like button. Right, then let's get into it. Like I say, a bit of an action-packed show, to be fair. I'll try not to get it wrong, but I probably will. So, bit of a new segment. Too good, too shit.
Too good, too shit.
You tell I made that one, can't you? Yeah, doing it again, boys.
Too good, too shit.
Come on, I'm happy with that, mate. I made that all by me, though. Hey, I'm happy with that, mate.
That's brilliant, mate.
Sorry if I've dropped standard down a little bit.
No, that's a real piece of work. Should be proud of them, mate.
It's really good, that. It's really good, that. Right, so each week I'm going to pick two good moments, two good bits, either out of the game or just out of the general Leeds news, and two shit bits. So here they are this week. First one. Oh, that didn't work. Need to pause it. There we go. There we go. So one of the good things I want to talk about this week, which we'll get into in the review of Villa, is Metcha, 3 goals in 345 minutes. So yeah, we are struggling for goals this season. DCL's been a bit lacklustre in front of goal. We're conceding many. We're not doing too well, but Metcha has a good return so far. So I wanted to highlight that. The under-21s beat Gateshead in the National League Cup 3-0. Ollie Pickles continues his superb form. You've got Ollie Pickles in there. Harry Gray didn't play, but what a future he's got. And obviously Alfie Cresswell as well. The under-21s doing really good stuff this season. And the two bits of shit. Dugout drama. We had Farke out late from the half-time. Missed the goal. Not too good with the tactics. Could have maybe had a look at what Villa were doing, 2 up top, could have maybe changed something. And obviously had an absolute madman running down touchline, telling him to bring a sub on, which can only happen at Ellen Road in Leeds. And the other bit of shit, the Great Wall of Shite. That wall, atrocious. That free kick, brilliant. Defend by Leeds, absolutely turgid. Had to highlight that, and we will get into it when we get into the review, should I say. Absolutely turgid wall. The great wall of shite. How do you feel about that, boys?
Brilliant. Well, Nemec scoring's good. The wall's an interesting one, I think.
It is very interesting.
Do you know what? When he goes to take the free kick, I don't know why we got the draft excluder in, because you don't really need to jump much when it's that close, because you struggle to get up and over the wall.
I agree.
But I think that so you're struggling to get up and over the wall, but then obviously everyone else jumped and he goes straight over Rodon's head. If he had jumped, he would have just headed the ball.
No, I've watched the replay of this. I've got to say, he does jump, but he just jumps too early. So he's coming down as the ball comes over. He does jump. He jumps as high as everybody else, but he's on the way down as everybody's on the way up. I've also got a bit of news on the Nemec thing as well, right? Statistically, and this is why statistics sometimes do not tell the real story. Statistically, Nemec is outperforming Erling Haaland when it comes to XG, conversion of XG. Nemec has a 2.95 expected goals and he's scored 3, so he's outperformed his XG. And Erling Haaland is underperforming his XG by 2. So apparently, according to the stats, Nemec is more clinical than Erling Haaland. Have that one.
We will have that one. That's a right little nugget, is that, mate? We will take that and we will go straight into the Villa review. Right then, boys, let's get into it. Right, game of 2 halves. First half, I was very, very impressed with what I've seen. We spoke about it before, lads. Trying to get that energy, match that energy. We saw the first game against, first game of the season against Everton at Ellen Road. We've seen little spells, against West Ham. We've had moments this season, especially at Ellen Road, where we start games well. Definitely a game of 2 halves. The lineup, one change. Strout comes in for Biol. Was happy with that. That's what I wanted. I also wanted to see a few more. We needed to see, for me, a formation change or a stylistic change or more bodies, more personnel changes than what we had. I think we were running the risk if we lost this game, which we went on to do, obviously, with not making many changes, that it was going to come out of it not looking too good. I think if he makes the changes we all sort of wanted and we lose. I mean, I said on outside Ellen Road show with Joe and Oscar, honestly, I'd have rather lost 3-0, but him start James over Aronson. I wouldn't have minded too much if he'd have made more changes and would have got beat by maybe a couple more goals. I wouldn't have been bothered. But the fact that we lost the game anyway and he made every single decision we knew he'd make, subs on 70, if he'd made a sub at half time, a couple of subs on 55, and maybe the game would have gone a little bit away from us quicker, I wouldn't have minded too much if I'd have seen change in Farke. I don't think he could have afforded, I didn't think he could afford to stick the same way, go, with his stubbornness and lose the game and come out of it still with his job. He has. He's still there. He's taking us into the City game, boys, but yeah, the Villa game, Adam, how did you sort of feel during that?
As you say, first half, we were very good. I think we outrun them. We outfought them. We were more aggressive than them. We were more on it than them. It's tough coming back from an international break, I think. I think we blew them away a little bit in the first half. I think they were a bit shocked by it. And I think then Farke must do meditation or something at half time to calm the players down and just come out as relaxed as possible. And he doesn't even come out. And second half, we were just so poor. Like we just weren't on it. And I think one of Leeds' biggest issues is the attitude and say how aggressive we are on the ball, off the ball. And the off the ball is the thing probably. And I'm not talking about high press necessarily, but I'm talking about actually every 50-50 challenge, we go in hard on the opposition. It's fine. It's what we're doing. And that's when we're at our best. And that's when we've been at our best all season. But it seems to be what Farke's trying to stop us doing. I think he wants the control. He wants possession. He doesn't want quick. He wants people to keep shape. I mean, saying that, he does want a high press. I think, and say in the second half, the whole thing of him not coming out, I'm not really worried about that. I think I've seen that many managers do that, by the way. They miss the first minute of second half. I've seen that lots of times. So I'm not particularly worried about that. They make the changes. and this is Farke's biggest failing, and we've seen it for years now in the Championship and the Premiership. There's no change to this. There's nothing new to this. Farke doesn't make a change because he isn't sure of the outcome, so he only makes the changes when the game dictates it. He can't dictate the game. He can't manage the game. He can't be proactive. And he has to wait till something happens to see where he's got to change. He's even said it himself. Oh, it's a really tight game. I didn't make changes because actually the game's so tight. And obviously, certain circumstances that can work, but he does it regardless. He doesn't make any changes because he's so scared, I think, afraid, and can't see the outcome of his changes. He doesn't make any changes. I think so. That's Farke's biggest failing, and he keeps getting outdone in the second half of games in the Premier League. And that continued. The pattern continued.
Yeah, he's just so reactive, never proactive. We always say that every week. I mean, we go 1-up, Bossnass, and I think we deserved it, to be fair. I think the bit I took out of it that first half, we talk about physicality, we talk about standing up and be counted in that midfield, and that defence has been, when we've done well at Ellen Road, they've been a massive reason for that, closing those half spaces, letting their players know that, they couldn't get on the half turn and look up and play a pass. As soon as they received the ball, we were in back, we were pushing them back to, go back towards their own goal. And we get the goal from Metcher, right place, right time. Yeah, go on, speak a little bit more about Metcher, because I'm liking what I'm seeing, and tell me about that first half, pal, before we go into the monstrosity, which is the second half.
Well, first half for me, we're playing Aston Villa, right? So they've got a better squad than us. It's just facts. But the one thing you've got to do if you're playing somebody who's better than you, technically, across multiple facets, is you can't give them time on the ball. Every time we've been in games and we've looked like we're going to win games, we haven't give teams time on the ball. You've got to take that away from them, and we did that. But it took so much out the tank. Like we were like visibly tired, and you can understand it. I will say one thing: there's clearly no lack of motivation. That's one thing I will give the manager. Yeah. They went out there and they wanted that game. I said it on my show the other day. It was like we went into like a 12-round boxing fight, and it's like when you see a fighter get cast out after 6 rounds. They end up getting knocked out. That's what happened. But yeah, and the thing that annoys me is, and it kind of illustrates my frustrations, is that Unai Emery said after the game he noticed on the way in for half time, he clocked it that Leeds were knackered. They were so tired. Yeah. If he's seeing that, surely the guy whose squad it is and who's going to spend, a period of time with him in the changing rooms at half times, he should really notice that. But Metcher, I'll tell you who gets more credit for me is Goodmanson. Never gives up on a ball. Never gives up on a ball. That's never a goal without Goodmanson. We saw it again earlier on in the season where he literally makes a slide tackle, doesn't commit the foul, keeps his boot wrapped around the ball, gets up and carries on playing. Really good from Goodmanson. But yeah, he's in the right place at the right time. He hasn't really been. Well, he has more recently, but not at the beginning part of the season, given much time. And with the time that he's got, he's actually performed, With the scraps that he's got, he's delivered. So, yeah, happy for him. But, yeah, game 2 halves again. Farke had to make changes early. Really, early. If you weren't going to make them at half time, you needed to make them not long afterwards, because, again, It was just we ran out of gas. It was as simple as that, and we had fit and raring to go players sat there on the bench, and again not used till the 70th minute. By that point, the game's a different game. So the thing that annoys me is Farke isn't helping his team. The thing manager should be there for is to overlook and manage the game in game, eyes on, looking at everything. What needs happening? What can I do to affect this game to make it worse for the opposition? And he just sits on his hands. And I can't say anything bad against the team because I think the team gave pretty much everything they had against her in that game.
Even the second half, we dropped off a few yards and we invited them on. But I looked at the stats earlier. I'm going to bring them on screen, but we're not really statmen on here. But I looked at the stats and all the good stats really were either balanced, fairly evenly balanced, or were in our favour. I think the three big chances we made, they only made one. The possession were quite interesting. Usually at Ellen Road we have the lion's share of the ball, regardless who we've played. But it's normally in our favour. They had a lot more of the ball, even in the first half. And I quite like that. I quite like them having more possession and us being able to use that to our advantage, as in sneak in, nick that ball, and then start a counter, start moving the ball upfield. But yeah, the stats, lads, honestly, even in the second half, because in the stadium, it was very nervy in that second half. It felt like the game were getting away from us. It actually felt like the eye test didn't match the stats. I felt like we were getting absolutely hammered in that second half, but we weren't. We were still in the game. You know, in the stadium, it just felt very much like quite a subdued atmosphere. Like we know how this story goes and how it ends. Very, very much, I think, how we feel about the season. Now we're all sort of thinking, well, it's inevitable what's going to happen, which is crap after 12 games. But at about 60 minutes in the stadium, it felt very much like, don't get me wrong, we got behind the team, but it felt like we was going to lose that game. It's inevitable it was going to happen. But the actual underlying stats, lads, shown we were actually in the game and competing a lot more in that second half than what I thought. But yeah, I mean, it's very disappointing. That home record that we all talk about needs to be a fortress. I mean, a 2-1 loss to Villa isn't too bad. But what you said there, Bossnass, you know, when you look at he needs to help the team. For me, the team's competing in every aspect against a side that is, quality-wise, is way above, you know, man for man. They're all better than our players. But we're giving ourselves a chance. We're in the game, you know, right until the full time. We're in that game. He has to, from the bench, influence the game. You know, they brought on Tanaka in that first half because Stack goes off injured. And this what biggest one for me, subbing him back off. And I understand the whole yellow. I want to get your opinions on this. I'm really interested. It was on a yellow card. I understand that, but so were Bogle, so were Ampadu, there were a few of us. For me, can't the instruction go out to Tanaka? We've been told one more and you're off. Trust your players. Where's the trust in Tanaka? He's a professional footballer. Why can't he just stand his man? He was playing so well. For me, he was the best player on the pitch while Tanaka were on. That goes for Villa players too, in my opinion. I thought he was outstanding. And I think when we took him off, it was game over at that point, lads. I don't know if you've got all to say on that, Adam.
I think, I agree with the standing up thing. The problem with Tanaka is he'd already dived into 2 or 3 challenges on a yellow card. It was so stupid. I think he'd made it so close to the line that even if he wasn't going to leave his feet and he just tripped someone running past him or knocked him, I think he could easily have got sent off. I think Tanaka had already saw. I think he pushed it so far already. You can't be a yellow card and keep going off your feet and diving in challenges. That's really stupid. I think he'd already pushed it so far that any foul would have been a yellow, and I think it makes sense. But you know, of course, though, if I'm a manager, the first time he leaves his feet, I'll get him. You call him over and you go, "What are you doing? Just don't get up. Just don't dive in challenges at all. It's fine. Just stand up." Because Bogle did it. Bogle got booked quite early on. He stood up for the rest of the game. He was really great. Bogle was brilliant, by the way. First 20 minutes, he just went brilliant. Like really set the tone for everyone. Goodmanson, as I say, driving down left, brilliant. Nemecha, going back to Nemecha. I learned quite a lot about him in this game. He ran the channels really well. He's quick and he's better facing the goal. Whereas DCL's better back to goal. I actually think them two would make a really good strike partnership. And I think they would help each other. Because they are very, very different. The Metro can do the back to goal stuff, and nowhere near as good as DCL. Nowhere near as well. So I think actually, I said there's a lot of things in the squad. You start looking at it, and everything always comes back to 3 at the back. Everything, every profile, every player, and even the demands on them. Yeah, go back to Farke. I think the issue is he doesn't think on his feet. He never has. He just never has, and he doesn't know, and he isn't bright enough, or whatever you might want to call it, during a game, tactically astute enough to make those changes to benefit his players and the team, give them a better chance of winning the game. He never does anything until he has to, and what he has to do ultimately is bring on more attacking players every single time. That's the only answer he ever has. And he's done that for years. And we've always seen it. So it's not new. We're not learning anything new. He just gets better coaches, so he's getting found out. That's all that's happening. And don't get me wrong, they've got deeper squads. They can make changes. But we have got players on the bench that can because all we're asked to do is run enough. And when the players are knackered, you've got Dan James and Nonto sitting there, DCL sitting there, even Gruev sitting there. Just get him on the pitch. Get him involved. Get them to do your running around. But yeah, he didn't do any of that, and it all happened too late. And then they say whether Villa were massively on top, I didn't feel they were massively on top. But the problem is we've all seen the story before, and we've just thought Villa were going to score. I think everyone just thought Villa were going to score at some stage, and they did.
Yeah, no, 100%. In the stadium, like I say, it felt like we were the game were getting away from us, and then obviously it does a bit of a calamity of errors at the back, Bossnass, and it leads to a free kick on the edge of our area. I won't lie, it reminded me so much of the goal where the draft excluder earlier in the season didn't do its job. As soon as he got that free kick at edge area, you sort of hoping it's too close and he can't go up and over, but there was no confidence in me that if he gets it past that wall, it's going to be saved. Talk us through that free kick, because I've watched it back, and I think the angle I've watched from behind the goal is high up, and we've got the we can look at it again. You can see the keeper, you can see but I mean Perry can only see the wall. It's a tough one. But should he be organising that wall better, or do you just put it down to Rodon jumping too early?
I'll just say one thing on Tanaka is that I echo what AG said, but you've also got to take into account that it really shouldn't be done, but the dark arts of the game, that team will have known to be looking to either try and force contact, or if it's close, simulate contact. They'll be looking for that advantage big time. So
yeah,
it's one of those things where I would say, I'm not going to say it's naive to not bring it, but I think he made the right decision to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the free kick, it's difficult. It's a difficult one, because I would like, you're never going to get this really, but I'd love to see a camera angle literally looking through the net at the wall, and and see it in real time, because it is difficult. It is difficult to kind of gauge when it's a replay and it's slowed down, or it's from it's like a bird's eye down angle kind of thing. If anyone's ever played in net, whether it be amateur, semi-pro, or professional, the actual time from that ball appearing from the top of the wall to it in the back of the net will have been milliseconds.
Yeah.
And you got to be fair. You got to try and give fairness where fair. So people say, oh well, he could have shoved an arm out, or he could have moved towards the ball. It's one of those where he hasn't thought about it. He hasn't thought, oh, I'm not going to do that. The thing is, the action has happened faster than he could process it to do something, in my opinion. So I don't really have an issue with Perry on that goal, to be honest. Yes, he's a more world class, it's not a key coach here, an yeah. Back at Real Madrid in year 2000 would have probably got to it. We don't have that, but I don't have it wasn't a clanger. I'll put it like that. The wall's in a perfect position for me, for where the ball's been put down to take the free kick. The issue is that the wall hasn't done its job again. We've seen it where the draft excluder didn't work. This time, wasn't the draft excluder problem. It was that Rodon jumped too early, so he was descending, and the ball went over his head. On the stills, it does look like he didn't jump, but I did watch it back. So because if he didn't jump, I'd have been fuming. Because if he didn't jump, that goal squarely on his shoulders.
Yeah.
But he did. He just got it all wrong. So yeah, disappointing one to concede. Morgan Rogers is a hell of a player.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, he is.
And yeah, it's just one of them, mate. It is one of them. It happens in football. They've got a really good player who puts a really good free kick in. One of our players doesn't do their job correctly. It isn't negligent. He does try and do his job. He just gets it wrong. It's just one of them.
I don't blame Perry at all. I think, like you say, I think when the ball's that close, the free kick's that close, 20 yards, whatever it was, if it beats the wall side, it's going in the goal. Almost. I know it was actually unfortunate. If it's half a yard further away from him, no one says a word, because it was almost just out of reach where it could be, just sticking his arm out. And as you say, he didn't stick an arm out because it happened so quickly as well. But it's actually unfortunate how close it is to him, but it's still going in. Like if it's in the top corner, no one's got a problem with it. Whether it's top corner, anywhere that half a goal, if it beats the wall, it's going in the goal, and that's it.
I think because there weren't much power on it, but like you say, Bossnass, it's that close. By the time it beats the wall, he ain't got time to really react. Right. But you are bang on with that, Adam. It's just in the cusp in it to where you think he could have stuck an arm out there, but it's probably just beyond that. But yeah. Again, it's just I don't know what needs to happen with these, but I feel like every time we get a free kick, pretty close, we're very vulnerable. But so I mean, if we were a few spaces higher in league, a few more points, I think that performance, even with a 2-1 loss to Villa, wouldn't be as amplified. I think we all know why it's feels worse now than what it has been. We haven't been winning many games lately. Farke's job's on the line. We feel like it's just a waiting game now for that. But I do feel like when the subs did come on late on, too late, obviously, I thought you could see why we're all calling for Dan James to get on that pitch earlier. It's so evident that, people talk about the levels. Is he good enough at his level? For me, he's levels above what we've had on that right-hand side, Adam.
Do you know what? It's
Straight
intent.
away.
It's just simple
Straight away.
intent. It's simple. We're getting the ball and willing to try and beat a man. And it's simple when we've got the ball, just darting in behind. There was one stage in the first half where Bogle was breaking forward, and Aronson sort of just ran and made sure he was staying 5. He just sort of stayed 5 yards ahead of him rather than just busting the gut to get him behind and give him that option. He sort of just, and he got the ball and he gave it back, and then was sort of nowhere. Whereas James would just run off. And by the way, Bogle would have known he would have just run off and would have put it in behind for him. It's not even about pace or ability. It's about intent more than anything else. And James has always got that intent. He did some crap things, James, when he come on. A couple of stupid left-footed crosses, which were rubbish. But actually, he's got in loads of better positions than Aronson ever does because his intent to get forward, whereas on the ball or off the ball, every single time. Makes such a difference. Even I thought Nonto looked quite bright when he came on. I know he didn't do anything particularly, but yeah, I thought he looked quite good when he came on as well. So yeah, just make. I don't know. Yeah, well, the options are there. That's the thing, isn't it? Someone just said about him not knowing his best side. I think the problem is he thinks he does know his best side, and I think the problem is it's not our best side. That's the issue.
yeah, good point, mate. To be fair, really good point. Right then, 142 people watching, 50 likes. Thanks so much. Let's get some more likes on. If you don't mind, please smash a like. Right then, enough for Villa. Are we ready for defeat the ladders? Come on, Bossnass, get us all smiling, mate.
Yeah, I've got a public service announcement.
Background.
I've got a public background.
Give me a second. There we go. Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Public service announcement for the people at home, and it's not one of those kind of public service announcements. If you know, you know. This one has been requested by Mike. All right. This one has been requested because last week it was way too hard. The boys properly did stitch the guys up, which I was all for. But for the benefit of the show, they do actually need a chance to keep it interesting. So I might ask for the Farke era. So basically, a quiz under Farke. I totally ignored him. Just to let you know. And what we've done is we've done that, but we've also gone back maybe a year or two earlier as well. So it's not too easy.
Thanks, Bossnass. Thank you, mate.
It's all right. So yeah, get ready, boys. Let's see if you can do it because my God, you need some redemption, lads. It's not been looking good, Brev.
It's been a shocking night.
Brev.
Been shocking of late.
Take all the Denmark trips you want, mate. He's just not good at it. Right, number one. Who scored Leeds United's first goal of the 22-23 Premier League season?
First goal, 22-23 season.
Yeah.
Premier League season.
Yeah.
I don't know who we played.
It's followed up by an easier question. I will say this. We're not going to try and get you out in two.
Can you tell us what team we played?
No. Because I ain't got it down here.
Is that the season we got relegated, that?
It must have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Under Jesse Marsh. Then we started season with Jesse Marsh, didn't we?
I don't know what the first game in was.
I'm just going to go our striker. Bamford, maybe? Striker? Bamford? Or is that... No.
Bamford?
Adam, you got any input on this one, bro?
No, nothing. No, nothing. No.
Are you locking it in?
No. Yeah.
Bamford, lock it in.
More than happy with that.
Well, Nigel's got it right. If you want to have a look at the chat, Rodrigo Moreno.
Oh, it's a poor start to quiz again. Here we go.
Top hey, listen, Top Banana, the top quizzer as well. Let's go, Top Banana. Right.
Hello.
Number two, I fancy you to get this, boys. Well, you need to get it. Honestly, it'll be
yeah, we have to.
Which player wore the number 4 shirt for Leeds United during the 22-23 campaign? And I have gone multiple choice just to help you out with it, but I'm not going to give you it. I want to hear it because I don't think it's that hard a question.
I think, Adam, it's Forshaw.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
We can't gamble. Look, I don't know now because we
have multiple choice if you want to.
Well, let's have it just in case.
Right.
A,
Forshaw. B, Ethan Ampadu. C, Charlie Creswell. D, Jamie Shacks.
Oh, I want Ampadu, was it? No, I want Ampadu. Jamie. Yeah, it's Forshaw.
What's your name?
Forshaw, yeah.
For sure.
No,
No, you got it right. You got it right.
you swine, you swine. Oh God, get in. I'll have that one.
Right, boys, here we go. Who was the top scorer in that season of 22-23 Premier League?
22-23 for Leeds.
Yeah.
It was Rodrigo, I think.
It's got to be
I don't-
Rodrigo,
It was
sure.
Rodrigo, top scorer. That's that.
Is every answer.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodrigo.
Correct. And by the
Come
way,
on.
what? Hey, Rodrigo didn't get enough flowers. What we would do for a Rodrigo right
Oh,
now?
mate, he's a good player. Very good player. Absolutely.
Yeah, talented player. 100%.
Really talented.
Hey, boys, you're going to get a nosebleed. You've got to question 4.
Come on.
This one's a good question. I'd be interested to see if you can get this one, but you have got room to get something wrong. Which 2 Leeds defenders scored in the 4-2 win over Wolves in March 23?
Ailing. And
Yeah, man. I think, Adam, did Coops get one from a corner?
oh yeah, he got injured. Was that one? No, that was
I
the
think
championship,
was
wasn't it? Or was it that one? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, Cooper
He
and
got injured
Ailing,
against
I'd say.
Cardiff.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, it was a completely different game.
Yeah, I think Cooper. Oh, partner Cooper.
Ailing was.
It won't have been.
That's Jesse Marsh. Ailing scored.
It won't have been Alioski, will it?
I don't remember Alioski scoring that game.
It's got so who'll have been the centre half
Are
partnership.
you looking at this chat, mate? You don't tell me you're looking at this chat.
I never look at the chat bit.
Good.
Only when the question's gone, and then I can start.
Well, the answer's in it, boss.
I can't think of who the centre half partner was.
Well,
No, defending. Don't have to be a centre half.
Lorente, Cook,
Lorente. I think Cooper.
Rasmus kind of played. Maybe Ailing played centre back.
I think Cooper and Ailing.
I don't think. Was it Strauch?
I don't know. Nah.
I don't think Cooper scored in that game. Let's go Strauch and Ailing.
I think Ailing's definitely one. Is Ailing right?
Yeah, Ailing's right.
He's not in.
If it's Cooper, I'll be.
I don't know if it's that us or not.
If it's Cooper, I'm going to chin you tomorrow, when you don't come to see me.
What's your answer?
Strauch.
He thinks Strauch. I think Cooper, but...
Well, you're both wrong, so you can't chin him. It was Ailing and Christiansen.
Piss off. He never scored.
Yeah, he did, mate. You calling me a liar?
Did he? I'm just saying you probably haven't fact-checked your quiz.
I have, mate. And guess what? This quiz is Priestley approved, so you know it's right.
Well, there's going to be a shocking question in here for us if Priest is adult too with it.
Yeah, the last one, boys. So don't get question 9 wrong. Right. Who provide? This is a tough one, and boys,
no.
I have got multiple choice for you here if you need to lean on it. Who provided the assist for Wilfred Nonto's goal against Manchester United in February 23? It's a memorable game. It's Scummers.
Well, he came inside, didn't he?
From left-hand side, didn't he?
Yes.
Come in and hit it hard and low to keeper's right bottom corner, I think. At the Stretford end, I think it was. So it's come from left-hand side. So would he have been fed from his left back? Could it have been Firpo?
No, I thought it was a longer ball than that.
Do you reckon it's come direct and a knockdown or something to him? So I felt like
I thought it was more of a diag, maybe.
Diag. But it can't be Cooper because he goes the other way, doesn't he? I think he switches the other way.
Calvin. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I felt like it was a long ball, me. I felt like
will we have multiple choice?
Yeah, you can have the multiple choice if you want.
Please, Bossnass.
Was it A, Pascal Struick? Is that the right way to say it? Struick?
Yeah.
Who cares? Right.
Cares,
Was it B, Tyler Adams? Rogue one there for you boys. Was it C, Patrick Bamford, the king of link-up play? Or was it C, my guy, don't give me hate for it because I don't care, my guy, Weston McKennie?
So one Calvin Phillips then?
No.
It wasn't there.
I think Bamford, me.
I have no idea, mate. It's absolute lottery now.
I
If I had to guess, oh no, I don't know. I'd go McKennie.
I think it's touched. You're going to go McKennie. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, that's Scudamore, whatever his name was. Manager.
Scabala, wasn't it, manager?
This is uncharted territory. I will give you 150-50 in this round. If you want to take it now, I'll give you it.
Yeah, we do want to take it.
I know what this is going to be. Go on.
Right, so we'll take away Weston McKennie and Pascal Strauch. Was it Tyler Adams or was it Patrick Bamford?
It's Bamford. It's Patrick Bamford. It would have knocked down.
Boys.
It would have knocked down.
You even said the king of link-up play. You even gave us everything there. You gave us everything.
I did try my best.
Oh, God.
Right, question 6. No more help like that, by the way, because that was me basically giving you the answer without giving you it.
Yeah, good.
Right,
like
6. Which player made his Leeds? You'll get this one. This one's so easy. Which player made his Leeds United debut in the 23-24 season after signing from Rangers? Leave this one for Adam. He'll get this.
Yeah, I know.
Leave it for Adam. He'll get this.
Thank you, Bossnass. Glenn Kamara.
Glenn McCarr.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You turned him Scottish.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Glenn McCarr. fucking finishing it.
Can I have a Glenn McCarr with large fries, please? Number 7, lads. We're getting there. Number 7. Who scored Leeds United's only goal in the 1-0 win? Only goal, shock, over Leicester City in 2023. I will give you that. I started, so I'll finish. Was it A, Jorginho Rutter? Was it B, Daniel James? Was it C, Archie Gray? Or was it D, Noel Pidu?
It was. No, I think I know it. I thought it was going to be Harrison or Bamford or something, right? But I'm pretty sure it was Jorginho Rutter from a corner. It came in and he got a toe on it or something. Jorginho Rutter.
We're just going to give you that.
Come on. Remember goal, mate. That's the tism, that. That's the tism.
Hey, mate, you've got a decent loaf on you.
Cheers,
like, you remember some stuff.
That's the tism, mate. I tell you, it is. Just
number 8, boys, and this is a total turnaround.
Giddy.
Who scored Leeds United's only goal, again, in a 1-0 FA Cup third round win over Harrogate in 2025?
Say that again, please, buddy.
Who scored Leeds United's only goal in their 1-0 FA Cup third round win over Harrogate?
I didn't go to this game.
2025.
Who scored?
That is the question. You are correct.
Yeah,
there.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Against Harrogate. Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Got me well stumped.
There is multiple choice there, boys, if you need it.
Please, mate. If you be ever so kind, please, Mr. Nass.
Was it A, Dan James? Was it B, Largy Ramzani? Was it C, Yoel Perry? Or was it D, Junior Fairport?
I thought it was Largy then. I'm thinking Largy scored a decent goal.
I thought it was Dan James, if I'm honest. Before he said it, but yeah.
You can afford to get this one wrong, so I won't have no fear, lads.
I think it's James, Adam.
Well, fine, go James.
I'm sure it was Dan James.
Final answer, Dan James.
Well, you shouldn't have been as sure as you was, Matty, unfortunately, because the man to your left, Mr. AG, was bang on the money with Ramazani.
Oh, never. Oh, it was. Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was. Oh, good, it was.
Yeah, it was. You don't have to check that one again. It was. It was. The loaf. It's just, yeah, it was.
I can't believe the chairman of the Largy Ramazani fan club missed on that one.
I know, mate. To be fair, I can't say that about that.
Right, number 9. We're getting to the business end, boys, and don't get this one wrong because Priestley's done the last question. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that. Don't you worry about that.
Right.
Ian, you have to get number 10 right anyway, so he's done you anyway, probably. Number 9, in the 2024-25 season, which Leeds player scored a stoppage time winner against Sunderland at Elland Road? I'd like you to try and do this one without multiple choice, but if you need it, again, you can call on them.
Can you read that again, please, buddy? Sorry.
In the 24-25 season, which Leeds United player scored a stoppage time winner against Sunderland at Elland Road.
Oh, easy. Pascal Strout scored a double. He came on as a sub.
Oh, brilliant.
Crossed
Well
by
done.
Rothwell.
Perfect.
You can't fault the man when he does that, can you, AJ?
You cannot.
Pascal Strout. Come on.
They were Farke's only ever good subs.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a game when he should have honestly he should have quit straight after that game. I am done. Bit like me when I scored at Creators Cup and then I went off with a torn hamstring. Calf.
1 yard screamer.
Yeah, 1 yard screamer. My calf's gone. Sub me off. Yeah. Quality.
Right, number 10, lads, and to get the win, get the W, because that's the only W anybody's seeing this weekend, right?
Come on.
Apart from the Bears, who were beating the Philadelphia Eagles 24-9.
Can I just say, Bossnass? Can I say, mate, 140 people watching this quiz right now. Thank you so much. 140 people, all glued in now, ready for the biggest question of the weekend.
Not just the biggest question, it's the biggest moment of the weekend, boys.
The weekend, that's what I mean. Yeah, it is. Come on.
Right, number 10.
Come on.
This one is Priest-League nightmare question. We'll see if you can get it. You answered earlier that Rodrigo Moreno was the top goal scorer in the 22-23 season.
Yes.
But who was the second top scorer in that season?
Oh, you swine, Priestley. Nobody remembers second place. Right, so this is season we got relegated. Will Bamford have beaten? I think Bamford had a third year when I was injured, wasn't he? So who do we have at wings? Harrison. Aronson would have played.
Aronson was there. I mean, it wasn't Aronson, was it? He didn't score any goals.
I actually think, right, I ain't saying it's not locking in yet, but I would say Harrison would have been up there because hot and cold Harrison, he'll have been in and around 8-9 goals, I would have said. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I bet he was. I reckon Harrison, didn't he get an hat-trick that season when we went down as well in one of the games? Might have been another season, not sure, right? Harrison's my front runner as it stands, but let's think about this.
You're not looking at the chat, are you, Matty?
I haven't looked anywhere, mate, no. I wish
Right.
I could show you. That's my phone. My chat.
Not only is Priestley gonna do the two people on screen, he's gonna do the whole of the chat so far as well.
What do you mean by that?
He's gonna have beaten all of them.
No one's got it.
No one's got it. Yeah, he's asking me if I'm looking at the chat.
No, because it tells you. No, because if you did look, you know who it isn't, and that gets you closer.
Oh, I don't know. So it's not Harrison, so he's helped us out there. Right, so let's have a think about this. We might be here all night, lads, because
we've got a couple of correct answers flowing in now, boys.
Well, I ain't looking. Right, I'll even cover my eyes.
AJ, if you just suddenly pull it out, mate, I know I've got a really sneaky suspicion you've looked. If you just pull this,
I haven't looked, mate. He's there, but I'm not looking. I'm not interested. There's no point.
Nonto, how many will Nonto have got?
Nonto probably got 3 or 4.
He can't be the second top scorer at that.
James wasn't there.
No,
Aronson got 1. Firpo.
Nah.
Firpo didn't score any.
I'd give you a clue, boys, but I can't do it to Priestley. He wants to beat you.
Trout scored 1 or 2. Oh, God, it can't be. Bamford weren't about.
It can't be Bamford.
Can't be Bamford. Well,
Can't
Bamford was
Tyler,
about. But not doing
Tyler
anything.
Roberts. Can't be him.
Can't be Tyler Roberts. Doesn't get past the halfway line.
This is actually mental.
I've run out. I think.
Click is the only one we haven't said.
Pablo was gone.
I'm gonna go Click with you. No,
Kenny.
no, click leaving January or something and go click left, didn't he?
Yeah, Jesse
Click left.
I think.
Click left, didn't he? Yeah, Jesse got rid of Click.
Cock,
Oh,
Lorente,
this is well bad.
Ailing.
What are you looking at down there, AJ? Have you got something?
Nothing. I've got nothing to look at. You're acting like I said it though.
Firpo will have got a couple, maybe.
Firpo was like the most like random thing I could think of because, but I think he got a couple. I think probably he's 2 or 3. That's the problem.
I think it's Nonto.
I don't know. It's too obvious. Well, you know Priest is better than me, but I mean, just asking a question.
We're gonna have to go for it out because like
Oh, we got
Yeah.
we got to
Oh,
move the
no.
show on, haven't we?
Oh no. And I haven't looked anywhere, but I'm thinking. I think I might have got it with a name we haven't said, and I loved him. Sinistera. On my kid's life, I haven't looked anywhere. If that is the answer, I am buzzing. Sinistera was my favourite player. I'm trying to think who's been playing on those wings. I couldn't think.
How many did he
Sinistera.
score, though? Oh, he scored. He probably scored 4 or 5. didn't
I
he?
reckon it's Sinistera. Genuinely, on
Yeah,
my
well,
kid's life,
I would go
I think
Sinistera.
Sinistera.
I can't think anyone's getting above 3.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's final answer.
Locked in. Come on. I ain't even joking. I get my pants and knickers in a twist here. Sinistera. Luis Sinistera.
Lewis.
Correct, boys, you're beating the ladder.
Come on. Fucking get in. Absolutely buzzing. Get in.
Right, I'll be back in 2, boys. I'm just checking my son's asleep now.
That's fine, man. Get in, man. Did
I'm
anyone
just
say
like, I'm like a
Sinistera?
viewer. I don't do anything. I just
Did
sit
anyone
there
say
and listen.
Sinistera? Anybody? Oh, anyone? You see it? Anyone say
Sinistera
it?
is a great answer. Did anyone say Sinistera?
Can I phone a friend? Strout. See, loads of Strout. Bamford.
James
Lorenzo.
Howe says, didn't he?
Rafinha. Who did?
James Howe.
James Howe.
James Howe.
James, how did we do that? Rafa Rasmus. Someone else. LC, well played. Matty is averting his eye. I really didn't want to look at a clock's ticket. Honestly, Michael, I'm sorry, everyone. That Cine, Richard Woodthorpe. If Matty says he isn't looking, then I personally believe me has it on his face. Cheers, man. Honestly, yeah. You know what it is? If I had a Christmas present, right, in corner and hadn't been wrapped it in a bag and our last said go look, I wouldn't look. I like surprises. I like taking part of this. So one thing I've never done on here is ever cheat. Because it just won't feel the same. I think you could tell by my reaction there. I was buzzing. Look at that, Johnny the Frog, get in there. That was pointless.
The thing is, it's a great answer because I say, like, I think you can. Once you got to him, it's the only one that made sense because I can't think anyone else in that season scored more than 5 goals. I mean, I'm not saying he did it. I mean, but he was around at least 4,
7,
5,
Priestley.
6.
Priestley's put 7.
Oh, 7. There you go. But no one else got near that, I don't think.
No, and I love Sinistera. I thought he was an absolute cut above, and he was that season, and we were gutted to lose in that second season.
Talented, really talented, yeah. Really
I remember going down at Championship and thinking, how is he going to play in Champo? What a cheat
he
code.
was the hope, wasn't he?
Yeah, if he stays fit, what a cheat code he is having him in Champo. Like,
absolutely. And he pissed off.
Cheers, Johnny. Yes, look, Richard, what you beat the ladder. Well, honestly, right, you know what it was? He just come at me because I was thinking, I couldn't think life me who wore another wing. And then as soon as I said it, and then I just saw Bossnass's face like, sort of like semi-smile. And I'm like, you fucking got this right. I know I have. I'm buzzing. There were only a couple in chat that got it as well. I think there were 3 out of everybody.
There was a lot of nodders in there.
Got 3 right this week. A new PB for me, says Paul Smith. Honestly, my favourite part of Late Night Leeds is that quiz. Absolutely love it.
I don't enjoy it one little bit. I think I've answered one, which Glenn McCrara. Yeah.
Numbers never go down. Everyone's dialed in chat and everyone is class that. But yeah, proper good.
I'm the only one who doesn't enjoy it.
Richard wants a Wilco years next week. I'll struggle with them, me. Tell you what, Friday. In fact, I might be all right, you know, because my good mate Dave, who's in chat tonight, has passed on his ticket for the Wilco dinner next Friday. So I'll actually be at the Wilco dinner next Friday at Ellen Road, 12 or 5-ish, I think. So actually, yeah, I might get a bit of revision while I'm there. So that might not be a bad one, Richard. Yeah, Top Banana, tickle those likes for the lads. Yeah, please do. 69 likes. Hey, I know what you're thinking, boys. 127 in here. Look at Bossnass's face. I got that one right too, didn't I, Bossnass? Hey.
I'm not that kind of
guy. We're all that kind of guy. Anyway, please smash a like. Yeah, great numbers again tonight. 127 currently watching. Brilliant. Right, let's have a little segue with Theo's thoughts.
Welcome to Theo's thoughts.
Leeds lost last week. Did you say 0-0? You said we'd lose 1-0 last week.
Yeah.
We lost 2-1. So we did okay. We're a better performance. Have I told you we're playing this week?
Man City. I won't play against Donnarumma.
Who?
Donnarumma.
What about the striker who's playing up front for him?
Howland.
Did you know we're born in Leeds?
Yeah.
Born in the same place as you?
Yeah.
Maybe one day you can be as good as him. Got a ponytail in your hair as well. What do you reckon score's going to be then? Talk to me. Be honest. Do you think Leeds can win? Why can't Leeds win? What's wrong with Leeds United?
What's going on here?
Be honest. What's wrong with us?
I'm going to the glass and put
Come on then. So what's score going to be?
Probably 18-0 to Man City.
18-0 to Man City. No, give me a proper score.
No, it will be.
How many goals will Haaland score?
Probably a hat-trick.
Hat-trick, just hat-trick. What's the score going to be?
20.
It's going to be what?
20.
You could be right for once. You normally say 29-0, but it could be 20.
Oh.
You're going to say bye then to everybody?
Bye, everybody. Bye. What?
That was Theo's thoughts.
Top stuff.
Great, so let me change that banner back. There we go. The banner back. Right then, boys. Let's get straight into the City preview. Right then. Someone else can take over this bit because I don't even want to talk about this. I am absolutely had over it. To be fair, Bossnass, the bits I've seen you talk about it this week, you've been a lot more positive about it than I am. Like, no, you have, mate. You may have said we'll lose 8-0, but you also said the lads' coach won't break down and they'll get there and they'll take to the field and they'll have a good go. Now, to be fair, mate, I think we're all expecting the worst. But what would be? I want to start off, lads. What would be classed as like a moral victory in this one? Would it be? Are we literally at the point, Adam, where we're talking about let's keep the score respectable? Is that a horrendous thing to say as a Leeds United fan, or what?
No, I've been trying to work out how pointless this all is. It's the most free hit of free hits, isn't it? Like if Farke loses 7, if Leeds or Farke lose 7-0, nothing really changes. That's the problem, isn't it? It's the most free hits to say. So what as you said, what's a good result from this? What do we want to see? They go, oh, passion and fight. You know, oh God. You know, what are we left with? I think we're left with the only thing we're left with is trying to. The only thing I'd like to see is anything we can carry into other fixtures, which is probably a change of formation and see how things work. It's not go over there and just try new things for the sake of it. Actually look at stuff that might make a difference in these sorts of games, in all sorts of games, and try them out because it's the most free hits. It's shit. I think we all expect 4-0. Probably think handicap-wise, 3-4-0.
Yeah.
Go from there. I just, I don't want Farke to be a twat afterwards and just talk out how great they are. I want to take some. If we lose 7, I want them to take some accountability. I'd love to see that. But it's all wishful thinking. And actually, as a game, it is what it is. And it's one of those games of football. It's one of 2 or 3 in the league. Arsenal away in this one, you just can't look forward to because there's no point. It's just an unfair competition more than anything else. And we'll go there and best we can hope for is probably 2-0 loss, and that's like absolute amazing. We've done really well then. It's
such a sad state of affairs, that Bossnass, isn't it? That we'd probably take a 2-0 loss now, wouldn't you? You'd probably take a 2-0 loss. How mad's that?
Look, it's one of those. I'm not usually like this, but I feel numb to it tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%.
I know that if we lose, I'm not going to feel angry. I'm just like, it's almost like I'm going to watch this game and I've got the same emotions as if I was a neutral because I've got no. Yep. I don't feel like I've got any skin in the fight, and that's so weird because I can't envision anything coming from it. What would be a good performance? Yeah, keep the deficit under 3. Don't whatever you do, don't allow them. We can't get Olayed. That's where I draw the line. If they're passing it around with Olays and we're fucking 5-10 yards off the ball and they're just passing it around and then one quick through ball and it's another goal, that's where I get mad. You've still got to treat it like the 2 teams in the same division. There's arguably a bigger gap than our FA Cup runs when we was in League One. When we had there's arguably a bigger gap in quality. Because when we had Snoddy and Becky on Beckford and Bradley Johnson, you thought even then you had a bit of a chance.
We were going in those games in form as well, though, weren't we? You know what I mean? So we were quite beat Spurs maybe, but yeah.
The thing is, you just don't want a confidence demolition job. A win tomorrow is coming out and with your head held high and saying, look, at least they know they was in a game. They knew they was in a game. It was a proper workout for both teams. I'd like to see a few shots on target. I don't want to just. If it's a case of we're going there, just not bend over, but if we're just going there to make the numbers up, I don't want our fans like dads at a Sunday league game when the dads know their kids are just terrible and they're going to get tonked, and you're just kind of there for moral support. We can't be there for moral support. Leeds United are a moral support team. We're there to watch our team actually try and do something. So they've still got to go there and try and do something. I'd rather lose 4-0 and have a go than lose 2-0 and just part the bus for 90 minutes.
Yeah. We can't. City can hurt you so many ways. That's the problem. You're part of the bus. They'll just play through you still. Doku can just beat 3 men. Haaland can run in behind. You play higher line. I don't know. I have no advice to anything. Not anyone's listening to my advice on how we even prevent any of this. You sit back for 90 minutes. You lose 3-4-0. You go at them. You lose 3-4-0. It's soul destroying. You say about gap in terms of team we're playing against. In recent or modern history, I can't think of a bigger gap of a Leeds United game. It's the most disheartened I've been ever for any game to think there's literally.
Does this feel more of a gap, Adam, than it did the last time we were in the Premier League and we played Man City? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This feels bigger now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it feels like they've gone miles on, and we're sort of just struggling to even find any identity and anything that even works in terms of the way we play football. We've got injuries. I say that. I'd like to see a change formation. I think there can be things we carry over potentially. You don't want to see none of our players get injured, no red cards, that sort of stuff. It's just pathetic. It's just like say the dad's analogies. We're just like all the fans waiting to take them to McDonald's after the game to cheer them up. That's all we've got is take the kids to McDonald's. Otherwise, we just go for the 90 minutes. Even to the point, I can't remember ever doing this. So I've got my dodgy stream thing. I might even watch. I won't do this when it comes to it, by the way, at all. A different game, because I just know the outcome of this. And that's the saddest thing I've ever heard about Leeds United. When Leeds United play, wake up in the morning, it's like Christmas. I love it when Leeds United play games of football. I look forward to Leeds United playing games of football. It's massive for my week. I love watching Leeds. I love getting into it. But this is the most disheartening game, and saying it's not even disheartening. As Bossnass said, it leaves you sort of leaves you feeling nothing. It leaves you numb because it's just completely pointless. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, when you look at all the established Premier League sides, there's still a massive gap between City and Arsenal to deal. And I would have put Liverpool in there a few weeks ago, but there is 2 or 3 sides who are the best in world football or right up there, out there. And then you have got a Villa who are very good and may finish in a European spot, but they're still from Villa to City in terms of the level of quality you're up against. It's night and day again. So like you say, we got beat by Villa, all individually better than us, and then we're going up at levels to play City, and it doesn't matter what team they put out. What I will say is about City, doing a little bit of looking at their stats, 14 goals Haaland has. The next top scorer under Haaland is on 1, and there's about 5 or 6 of them on 1. Doku's got 1, Diaz has got 1, Silva's got 1. If you can stop Haaland, right? If you can stop Haaland, right, and make him have a turgid performance, right, we'll still lose 2-0. But seriously, right, he's the only one banging up the numbers in terms of in front of goal so far this season. That's not to say that won't change against us. But how do you stop Haaland, Bossnass? How do you stop Haaland? What do we need to do in defence? Do we need an extra centre half in there?
Yeah, for me, the way to play this game for me, and listen, people can say tactique or whatever, all that, I'm not bothered. The way to do that for me would be to play 5 at the back, 3 centre backs, and just have one man concentrated on Haaland. And then I would play 5-4-1 with DCL up front. I know people call for Metro, but I just don't think in this game you need DCL really just for that link up. So I'd play DCL up front, and then all I'd do is I would just try and get the ball heavily into DCL and just have James and Okafor as those two wing options and leave it at that. And if it don't work and you don't get the ball out to him and they can't do anything with it, fine, he's still set. And I would just have that pendulum defender just following him around. The strongest one we've got, probably Bournemouth, not Bournemouth. Who's that guy? Probably Biol.
Biol.
Yeah.
Well, shall I bring Adam's side up so we can discuss what you put down, Adam?
Yeah.
So is this what you would like to see, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Pretty much, Bossnass said. It's I've done a 3-4-3 almost, but it ended up as a 5-4-1. I think three at the back makes sense. I played Nonto over Okafor. I think
That what
you
happened.
got because it ends up as a 4. I'd rather someone that can defend a little bit and tracks the man. I think Nonto does it better than Okafor. But I still want something when you're on the ball that they actually might potentially worry about, and that's not Harrison or Aronson. So that's when Nonto comes into it for me. James starts, DCL starts without any shadow of doubt, because I think you're going to have to. The ball's got to stick up there.
Yeah.
The biggest change from this, I think, what will make us more solid. Lately, the 4-3-3. We've ended up with 2 centre midfielders in that 4-3-3 that don't get into either box. They've become really they're not influencing games at all. Ampadu's playing DM by himself, and it's getting found out a little bit because that's not. I think he needs someone alongside him. I think we need to start playing. We'll play 3 at the back or not with 2 DMs. We've got to. Longstaff isn't a DM. Stack's being asked to do something differently. Longstaff in a 2, by the way, doesn't work ever. He's not good enough on the ball, because people in the chat were having a go about Longstaff last week. But the problem is Longstaff, that we're asking him to play a game that's not his game. Play technically through him. It's not what he does. He just runs around and gets involved in duels. It's what he's made for. He's made for free in midfield, Longstaff. So, but obviously he's injured anyway. Stack's injured, otherwise he would have been in the team. But yeah, it's Snacker and Ampadu, and you ask them both players DMs. And you give Ampadu more support in there, which I think he desperately needs. You're 3 at the back. I said it ends up as a 5. You end up at a 4 in midfield, and you hope DCL, the ball sticks occasionally. And what you try and do is play like rugby union. You try and play territory. You try and play long throw. Anyway, you can get a long throw into the box and corners. That's all we've got in that team, because you've got the 3 big centre backs and DCL. And you play territory. You get the ball forward, you turn them around as much as possible, and you get James on the last line as much as possible. That's all we've got. That's the only game plan we've got.
Adam, do you not see any worth in having an Aronson in this side?
No, Matty, I do not. No.
It is a fantasy lineup. It will never happen. It probably won't. I mean, there's been a few games this season, not many. I remember Burnley away, where we really thought the back 5 would be a thing, with having a fair few injuries on the wing. We've got an abundance of talent on the wing, I'd say. I think they're all fit. I like our wingers. I do. I think James and Nonto are better than people are giving them credit for. Okafor's probably been our most likely threat at the top end of the pitch. But I do look at it and think this is a game where you need an extra centre-half in there for me, just to sort of try and counteract what you're going to have off Haaland. I really, really think if he goes a 4-3-3 in this Bossnass, it could be P45 time if it goes wrong.
I don't think you can, mate. I keep hearing people say he's played 4-3-3 all season. He's going to play 4-3-3. He did it at Arsenal. We all said that is naive football. Should not be happening at this level with that pay grade. He can't do that again. Can't, because he's making a mockery of himself. He's making a parody of himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Talk about Ted Lasso being a comedy. Tomorrow, if we see a 4-3-3, the bigger comedy job than watching Ted Lasso. I cannot fathom going into the Etihad playing a 4-3-3. So you've got pretty much stretched midfield leading into a back 4 against City with Jeremy Doku, Haaland. Are you mad?
Are you mad? Can't admit he's getting. Go on, Bossnass.
Well, no, is it? Is anyone arguing that?
No, absolutely no way.
Oh,
Because in the 4-3-3, he plays 1 DM. You know, you got Bernardo Silva, Foden, Doku, and Chelsea all drifting around, hoping someone picks. No one's gonna be picking them up. They'll all be drifting around wherever they want to go. And Haaland's. And if we start trying to pass it around at the back, they'll just take the ball from us. Let's do the opposite of everything we usually do, because anything we usually do will not work in this game. We need to do completely the opposite. Will Farke do any of that stuff? I don't know. But if he sticks with anything, at any part of it, with the formation being the first part, we are in massive, massive trouble. If he plays 1 DM in terms of Ampadu and Arsenal, if he asks the fullbacks to bomb, it's going to be ridiculous. If we play around the back, it's going to be ridiculous. All this is not going to work. We need to play direct football, play 3 at the back, just be aggressive. That's all we've got. And say try and get corners, try and get long throws, and get people in the box on those, and that's it. That is it. That's the whole game plan.
Honestly, I'm quite happy to see the community at Late Night Leeds understand this. It genuinely would be the most mental thing to do ever.
Well, it's going to be, and he's going to play.
He tried to do it all against Arsenal. Exactly the same. He tried to do all this against Arsenal.
Right. I understand that, but like he saw what happened at Arsenal, and they had 5 shots on target and got 5 goals. That's earlier on in the season. The
Yes.
chemistry, the team of Arsenal wasn't even fully there
Yeah,
yet.
no, 100%.
If we went down to the Emirates, down at Arsenal, and tried that this weekend or next weekend or the weekend after, I'm guaranteed it's going to be more than 5. I'm guaranteeing that.
But the problem is, Bossnass, we all knew before that game, if he tries to play like that, we lose 4 or 5. We all knew that, and yet he did it. And that's
yeah, I give you that, but at the same time, if he's been working on, I will say this: if he's been working on it all pre-season and he believes in it, and he, you've got to have some courage, your convictions when you're at that level and you've got to that stage to go. I've practiced this all through pre-season. I'm going to give it at least 1 shot. But you've seen what happened. It was a demolition job.
I think.
Would you agree with that, Bossnass? 4-3-3 would be professional suicide. Although he'll probably still come back from it because I don't know how long he's got. There's no way for me 49. I think we're going to get anything at City. It is.
Do you know what? It's maddening. It feels like somebody's actually trying to make you insane, because what will happen if he does do that? It'll be, yeah, we played a 4-3-3 this time, but look at the stats. We was the better team in aerial duels. They'll pick out the 3 stats where he can go.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they'll go, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He'll say things like, "Oh, City are one of the best sides in the world." He'll say we missed our targets in the transfer window. He'll say the fans thought we were going to get 8th, they were wrong. We were aiming for 17th. He'll say some just odd thing. He'll say people are affecting Brendan Harrison's mental health because he gave the ball away once, and they went, "Oh, Brendan, oh no." He'll say all sorts of things like that's I don't want to do it. Oh, what feels like happening at the moment is it feels like he's manager of Leeds United, so no one else has to be. So whoever new comes in doesn't have to play against Man City. You go on, Daniel.
Maybe.
See how you get on, because it's not fair to bring someone else into this situation at the moment to play against Man City, which is ridiculous. But that's what it feels like.
That's fair. It's already a tough ask anyway, playing against City, obviously. Then you throw into the fact, 2 of our better performers this season are out injured. I know they've been hit and miss at times. I say Longstaff's been one of his better signings. Stack's had moments. You'd want them both playing. When you're doing you probably want them both in your side or in and around as an option, Adam, right? The fact that they're both out is a massive problem for us. And when you look at it, they've both been taking our set pieces this season. So this is a game where set pieces, odd corner we may get a free kick to go long. They've been delivering a decent ball. Stack was, Longstaff has been since. Who's going to be taking the set pieces now? Who's going to be able to beat that first man like Longstaff has a lot? And that could be massive in this game, just to have an opportunity on goal, lads.
You're presuming we'll get a corner.
I'm trying.
Half. But yeah, to be honest, actually, I feel like those injuries might force his hand to get the formation I want in terms of the 3 at the back, because he's only got Gruev, Tanaka and Ampadu. And there's no point really playing Gruev in this. So you play Tanaka, Ampadu, you play 2, you get 3 at the back. So actually those injuries might force his hand to get to where I want to anyway. I say Longstaff wouldn't have started his one for me because I want 2 in midfield. So I say for me, who cares for me, by the way, is whatever Farke's going to do. I think if Longstaff and Stack were both fit, he probably would play 4-3-3 and done the same thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I just don't know what we're going to get, man. I don't know if we're going to try and play long and direct and play for long throw-ins and try and get a corner and try and get some of that way. Well, I genuinely don't know if there's a chance that he tries to press high with a 4-3-3, right?
It's a chance.
Press high against Ruben Diaz and those lads, and yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, there's a chance, mate. There's a chance.
There's every chance.
I mean, you're probably gonna say it doesn't matter what happens at the top of the pitch, because I don't think you Adam think we're gonna get a sniff. But is there an argument to say Metcher should start, or do you have to go DCL because you need the ball to stick if it does go long?
The only thing about the Metcher starting for me was if you go 2 up top, which I don't really massively mind the idea of if the Metcher drops onto the DM when off the ball. I don't massively not like that. But then I can't replay. You can't find a place for James in the team probably then. So I don't.
You're not reading into the fairy tale moment that he were there as a youngster coming through the system. He's got a point to prove. Maybe Metcher's going to turn it up to. No,
because to beat, I fully expect the Man City defense to be parked on the halfway line for 90% of the game, right? Metcher although he's got a bit of pace, he hasn't got the pace to be able to pick up the ball and get to the goal. He just doesn't have that. So what it's gonna have to be, if for me anyway, is a long ball into DCL right, down with the chest, and he's just got to play it into either channel, like either into Dan James channel or Okafor channel, because there's going to be room back there. Play it just with enough weight so it doesn't tempt Donnarumma to come out and go on your bike, try and get there. And because Daniel Farke's talking about, oh, you've got to have a bit of possession, you've got to have a bit of possession, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter what you want to do with that football tomorrow, Daniel Farke. It does not matter what you want to do with that football tomorrow. You will not see a lot of that football. I don't care what your tactics are, because you don't. As much as we'd love to have like an amazing football team, at the minute we just don't have. They're gonna be knocking on 70% possession, if not.
We'll be lucky to have 30% us. I reckon it'll be about 25% possession. But
you got
Forest had 25% possession, and who did they beat 3-0? Like Liverpool. Yeah, that was Liverpool, wasn't it?
We've got to look at what we can control. So you shouldn't be even thinking about high press. If we high press them, they'll just pick us off. It'll be if we try and spread out as a team when we haven't got the ball, we've got to sit in that block. It can be a mid block. It hasn't got to be a really low block. It probably will end up being a low block. Don't get me wrong, but it can be a mid block at times. Just don't high press. What if you high press? Suddenly you're not in control of where your players are because you're chasing the ball. Like you've got to hold your shape. You've got to hold your shape, and that's the only thing we've got to play with. What we've got control of, so hold the shape and get the ball forward long. Don't pass it around a little bit back until you're under pressure. Be agile, where to lift it forward with his left foot and they take it back. We're in control. When we're in control of long balls, just get it up to DCL and get players near him. Take that control. Go, okay, you two wingers, get near him, and then we'll kick long to him. When we even goal kick or whatever it may be. Just take control of what we can take control of. Don't because Man City will manage this game completely. 95% of it, they will have possession for most of the game. So actually, keep your shape. That's what we can do. If we see a high press, it is suicide. We will get absolutely hammered. Absolutely hammered.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love the positive too, Patrick. Until the last 2 weeks, boys, I've never predicted a loss on this channel in 13 months. Thought we'd get beat by Villa. We're right. I think we're going to get hammered by these, and we all hope we're wrong. I just don't foresee how man for man they're better than us by an absolute margin. Pep Guardiola, one of the best tacticians in world football, is up against Daniel Farke, who's just. I mean, we are the easiest team to play right now. It just feels laughable for someone of that stature. It just feels like we shouldn't even be on the same pitch, and that's shocking because we are a Premier League side. But I tell you what, boys, it's mad in it because we don't as a fan of Leeds United in Premier League, I don't look forward to the Burnleys and, the Brentfords they're not the games that sort of get the juices flowing. But no longer is a City or an Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like, you look at it and think, yes, Scum and Chelsea, they'll always no matter what, but there's some now that are just too hard to play.
Said this the other day, it's fair, like unless you have like an outlier season like Sunderland, which, by the way, might come crashing down, guys. We're still only in the first third of the season, so let's not start getting in victory formation before we've actually done anything. But the first two seasons, generally speaking, is just not fun anymore in the Premier League. Just not a fun experience anymore. Because you do need like 2 or 3 transfer windows, and not just transfer windows. Transfer windows where you actually get stuff right. That's where I can give Sunderland the flowers.
Successful.
They've got it right. If they buy Matteo Guendouzi in January, whatever, get the party poppers out. Brilliant piece of business. 100%. But yeah, it's a case of getting through and just building your squad out. And until that point, it is literally survival, and it isn't a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, how many times did we hear Adam last season doing this? It's the journey is better than the destination because we know how tough it's going to be, and that is so prevalent for tomorrow's game, isn't it, Paul?
The problem being negative for tomorrow is, as I said, everything Daniel Farke does and the way he sets up Leeds United, the free in midfield, the 1 DM, the try and pass it around the back, the control possession, everything Daniel Farke does will play into Man City's hands more than anything else. If we do anything we usually do, we're stuffed. Any of it, any part of it, any one part of the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things we usually do. That's the problem. That's why I can't see the upside, because I can't see us changed every sort of method and that Farke and the way he usually sets us up to. I can't see him changing the whole lot to play against Man City, which is exactly what we should have done against Arsenal. Because actually, these games, and you're right, Bossnass, obviously, pre-season, you set up to do this. Actually, there's certain games in this league, and it's Arsenal away, Man City away, and probably on both at home, where you can make that exception, where you go, these guys are just it's 11 against 11, 11 guys against 11 guys. But actually, there's no way we can play football on a fair level playing field and get anything out of this. So how do we? We have to change completely what we do. And it is damage limitation. It is sad because, like you think, okay, get forward quickly, might nick a couple of goals and corners, whatever. It's so unlikely, but that's all we've got. And it's just
by the way, it is one of those where you've got to say the wild things do happen in football. It was damage limitation when Dallas scored that goal with 10 men on the field. It was damage limitation. But we had an absolute genius of a coach back then that hadn't been figured out yet. But crazier things have happened. San Marino have even won a game of football in the last 10 years. So, anything can happen.
Does this feel San Marino level at minute though? It does, doesn't it? A minute. Wait a second.
It's getting close to it.
It feels it, doesn't it? Like I say, a lot of games, even Villa, I thought we'd lose. If when we play Chelsea and Liverpool, it's not. But it's not out of the realms of possibility we can get something in those games. But Arsenal and City away are the two you look at even before you kick a ball, and they're the ones nobody expects to get out in. But like you say, stranger things have happened, mate. Need to frustrate, keep them. Can we take them into the second half 0-0? That's what I'd be aiming for. Let's get to half time 0-0, and then who knows? Who knows?
That's when we really kick. Second half when we really kick on.
But let's be fair. All the City fans, everyone there, that's it. Even the Leeds fans will be expecting to be down early in that game, and half time be 2 or 3 down. We're all expecting hammering.
Right, here we go, right?
Maybe
listen. This is my piece of. I can't think of the name of what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give people belief, right? Weirder things have happened. I've just fact checked this once, or maybe more than once, but it definitely happened once. It rained fish. So if it can rain fish, right? Leeds can win a game of football. And I've just.
What do you mean it rained fish? What do you mean?
Do you know how I know that?
Do you
know I know that? My mum had a book of weird facts when I was a kid, and I remember it, and it actually happened. It rained fish.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. I've just got it.
Someone jumped in a pond and they got a little bit airborne. A salmon rose from the.
No.
Oh, mate, it's never rained fish.
No,
man.
No, it has, right? Because there's been like.
I'm gone. It's raining fish.
It's a tornado thing, isn't it?
Because there's been like a typhoon which created water spout, which sent thousands of fish like as high as into the clouds, and it rained fish.
I just can't, mate. I just can't even go there, man. Honestly, it's raining fish.
Hey, look, no, even Mr. Whitesnake knows I'm telling the truth, bro.
Oh,
it has rained fish.
Imagine if we score tomorrow, all 3 of us are going to go, fuck it, it's raining fish. Imagine, that'll stick that now. If we win, my review's going to be, it's rain fish. Honestly, I'm gone. I don't even know where to go from here, lads. I'm actually gone. It hurts, does that? It actually hurts here. Might be Chinese I've had but that actually hurts there. That's funny, that's so funny. Fair enough. That is so random that popped in your head. But right, 150 people watching us talk about it raining fish. Thanks so much for watching. Please smash a like. We're 86 likes. I'm sure we can double that. Do us a solid and smash that like button, please. Bossnass is a cherry picker at the Etihad tomorrow.
Planet Leeds, if you want any more facts like that, people.
Planet Leeds, 100%. You get your link in chat. His link is in the description. His Bossnass is Planet Leeds. Get over there and check him out. Right. So moving on. Honestly, I don't even know. That's thrown me that. I ain't gonna lie. Right. Let me just. You've thrown me there. Right, everybody, start chat. Let's mob that. We've still got Mr. Whitesnake's poem as well, coming after Star Chats. But yeah, unbelievable that, mate. Amazing game shows, fantastic poetry, raining fish, top banner, in-depth post, game analysis. Don't know about in-depth game analysis, but thanks, Liam. Who wouldn't want to?
What?
Oh, you know what I mean. It's not Liam Moore's become a member. Honestly, Liam, thanks so much for that, buddy. Really appreciate that, mate. Thanks. Welcome to the IMBL club. Thank you very much. Look at this from Joseph earlier. Favorite show of the week, except propaganda. That's some high praises, that boys. We're doing something right. Propaganda's a banging show on Square Ball.
Yeah,
Josie,
it
thanks
is.
so much thanks for saying that, mate. Really appreciate that's class. Our good mate Nige. Remember Farke didn't like our first half, first West Ham. It was wild to him. Much preferred the second half of sitting back. It tells all we need to know. Yeah, it does, mate. 100%.
100%.
Paul Smith, what happens if Amps gets a yellow? We will have him, Longstaff, Stack out for the following game. Who would be in the lineup at Chelsea? It's mad that, innit? If he picks up a yellow Ampadu, then we could have none at midfielders.
Stack's not missing more than one, is he?
Yeah, he is. You've got to be out for 12 games. He can train, but he won't be back till Liverpool. He also misses a midweek game. Yeah.
Oh well, it'll have to be the two. It'll be Gruev and Snacker, wouldn't it? Two in midfield then. That's be a two in midfield. That's all we'll have left.
Brutal. Tony Clark, evening, Matty, Ad and Booze. Evening, everyone. Let's hope the quiz is good. And Mr. Whitesnake, thank you in advance. You're a diamond. Best show of the week, hands down. Full stop. End of story. Smash a like. Thanks, Tony. That's class. That absolutely class. Yeah, something that picked up on Roger Slicker. He mentioned this, did Farke, didn't he? So you were talking, Bossnass, about how good Gabby Gubbins has done. I think he's been probably the signing of the summer for us, right up there. But, you know, it highlighted the fact that a lot of our goals are coming down that left-hand side. You know, it highlighted that quite a lot. I think Gubbins has had to come out and sort of speak about it as well this week. Do you think that's has that been evident to you that he's struggling defensively?
There's two things. He hasn't had a settled partner in defence, and the second thing is the best wingers in the Premier League are the right wingers. Like compared to your left wingers, there is a sizable gap in that. So don't get me wrong, the left wingers in the Premier League are good, but the right wingers are the best wingers in the world. Do you know what I mean? Hands down. So you've got an harder job.
Why do I now though feel the need to defend our left back against our own manager's comments? Why to defend Aronson? He's thrown Gudmundsson under the bus.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, every time he deflects.
What is wrong with
criticism from himself? It's like he deflects from criticism on himself and Aronson, then puts on to a different player instead. Yeah, and now it's Gudmundsson's. I mean, don't get me wrong. The goals must be coming from that area of the pitch, but I do.
Why say it though? Like, what's the benefit? What's the benefit?
You think he could highlight Aronson's mistake? He could highlight a lot of things, but he highlights, and none of them really. There's been a few, things that Gudmundsson's done this season, the Fulham, but there's been many more probably when he's been out of position and stuff. But I don't think it's fair just to say, "Oh, Gabby Gudmundsson and that left-hand side." And I just don't agree with it. I
think the first point if you actually think about defending is exactly what Bossnass said. The right wingers in Premier League are the best players in the league most of the time. They're the best attackers. They're lots of them left-footed, cutting in. Massive impact on games, much more so. A lot of teams attack down the right side, but as I say, ultimately, we shouldn't have to defend feel the need to defend a left back or defend one of our players because the manager's chucked him under the bus because he wanted to defend someone else. Not every positive has to come with a negative.
Bang on.
I've got a request for anybody that's going to the game tomorrow. If we somehow pull off a miracle and win, right, I need the chant going. It's raining fish. Daniel Farke, it's raining fish.
I love that, mate. Absolutely love that. Brett says Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool can all be beat. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. Remember, these are the game why we wanted to get promoted. No, this one isn't, Brett. So this one isn't the game I wanted to do.
Do you know what? They all can be beat. They can be beat. But I say it comes back to, for me, everything we do and the way we try and play football, our setup, our formation, what we ask of our players, and our style plays into these top boys, Man City, Arsenal's hands perfectly. So unless we're going to change everything we do, we cannot beat them.
I mean, what I'll say, context here is, Adam, Brett, top guy's a member at Channel as well. He's a Sunderland fan, is Brett, right? Great level-headed Sunderland fan. You will feel like you can win those games, Brett. You will, because look at what your side's doing. Right from the transfer market. Exactly. Yeah, they are beatable with the right philosophy, with the right manager that can change things. I want to see my manager do what Labrie does. Look at the team we're playing and adapt our style to fit that 90-minute game. I couldn't give a shit about you. You need to adapt for each fixture for me, and we don't do that.
Labrie at Chelsea played 5 at the back, 4 in midfield, 1 up front. He went forward quickly when he had the ball. Wasn't interested in possession. Just sat back in. Just soaked up the pressure. And then when he got the ball, he knew the only way to hurt Chelsea was to get forward quickly. Was to cause some mayhem. That's the only way he could hurt them. So that's what he did. And it wasn't about controlling the ball. It's about he didn't mind giving the ball back to him. Not in a red ball way where you just kick it along and hope to get second balls. There was some structural way they went forward, but they did it very quickly.
Yeah.
And that was it. And what they did when they went forward, they got people forward quickly as well. People ran with people like the centre midfielders, whatever, would kick out with a striker, and actually it worked perfectly. I say I've never seen Farke do that ever. I've never seen him make that many changes. The breed does his horses for courses, and he does change formation, and he's almost his ethos of what he's trying to set up and how he's trying to play football against certain opponents, which is how you have to do it.
Yeah, of course it is, mate. Like I say, it's something we've not seen Farke do and something I don't expect him to do, mate, either. Johnny the Frog, Matty is fast becoming a Leeds United legend, and his channel deserves to be up there with the big boys in terms of numbers. Oh, thanks, Johnny. We're doing all right, aren't we, boys? We're doing all right. Much appreciated that, buddy. Means a lot, mate. Thank you. Bill, as always, gifted a membership. Bill, the absolute legend. Go check out Bossnass' stream on Planet Leeds. He had Priestley and Bill on yesterday. His first live podcast. It was class, that show, by the way. Really enjoyed it.
Hey, boy, bit of thing. I will say it. I lost 6 subscribers today, and that's put a bit of a bummer on my day. Apart from the Bears winning the Eagles, which nobody will care about. So if I can get those 6 back.
You'll get them back and some more. His links in the chat below. In the description below. So go check out Planet Leeds. Plenty more to come from Bossnass, that's for sure. Michael Brown earlier says, number one, remember that song? We all dream of a team of Michael Browns. A team of no one ever did, but would you? Then they used to go, number 1, Michael Brown. Number 2, Michael, and go through full fucking squad list. Michael Brown. And Michael Brown's just on pitch number 8, trotting around thinking, this is unreal, I'm shit. And I've got 36,000, well, maybe not 36,000, a fair few thousand people singing my name. Ironically, take it piss, but I don't mind because I'm very, very average. And I went at number 8, Leeds United. But yeah, we all dream of a team. Anyway, why is everyone suddenly... Go on.
Was it Michael Brown who levered that ball when he was playing an FA Cup tie? It smacked Keown square in the back of the head.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. And he's still recovering from that now. He still talks a lot of waffle, does Keown, since that moment. He's never been right since.
Never recovered.
He's never been right since, the silly fool. Why is everyone suddenly turned on Farke? Is it fear of relegation as Leeds United are in the bottom 3? I think it's just an accumulation of everything, Michael. I think when we were doing well, we could see his flaws last season. I mean, the fact we are in the bottom 3 now and we are below the point per game, which he said is the metrics we're going by. And yeah, it's just very bleak at the minute, Michael. I mean, I don't know if you're a Leeds fan. I would assume you are. But yeah, it's just bleak in it, boys. There's nothing we're seeing to make us feel any happy.
I mean,
we all
personally, personally, I'm not suddenly turned on him. I've not liked what he's done for a long time, but I think ultimately everything we're seeing is what he's done for years at Leeds United. Every fatality and of our setup and play is how he's set up for years at Leeds United. It's worked better because we have better players. You could do Solomon, Rutter, Somerville, whoever. We haven't got those players anymore. We can't set up the same way, and yet we're carrying on trying to do the same thing. It makes no sense. And it's continued, and the say the subs thing. So I don't think suddenly turn. I think, but ultimately, yeah, dropping the relegation zone. I'm a bit biased, obviously. Bias and massive for us as fans. I think it kicks in when you're seeing it slipping. You're seeing all the same things from your manager. Your manager's not helping the game. Of course, everyone's going to turn them because that's the only change we can make. There's no point in changing. Recently, I was thinking, that player's not playing very well. I thought, I can't really do that because it's fair to say that, but it doesn't help us because it doesn't get us anywhere. We're not going to change the whole squad. So the only thing that can change and actually make a big change is the manager. And that's it. That's the only option we've got. And that's why people turn on him because we need a new head of recruitment as well. Yeah, but that's completely out of our control. The manager's out of our control as well. But the head of recruitment, that's twice a year. We may need a new head of recruitment.
Do you think,
need an MD?
Lads, I'll put this both to you. Do you think when the time comes, I mean, I'm just put here, will he get to Liverpool? I think if he gets to Chelsea, he'll get to Liverpool just because the games are so close together. I probably think he'll see Liverpool out. I think if we get thumped by quite a few tomorrow, he should go, but I've said this for the last few weeks. But do you think, lads, when Farke goes, Evans will go, Underwood will go? I mean, we'll all say they should go, but do you think they'll go?
No, I don't think anyone will
go. Should be sacked as soon as it's logistically possible, and as soon as you've got replacements lined up. Actually, I say that I don't actually mean that. I think Underwood needs to work alongside an experienced director of football to learn his trade. Because
apprenticeship, mate. Apprenticeship.
Yeah, he needs an apprenticeship. He really does. He really does need an apprenticeship.
But that's what he was supposed to be doing under what's his name? He's gone to Everton with Kinnear. I can't remember his name. The guy that came from Newcastle.
Stenson. Was it Stenson? Wow.
No, not Stenson. I mean, by the way, Stenson is still heavily involved in Leeds United. He's the football guy of the 49ers, so he's overseeing the whole thing. So there is, he's the only real senior football figure in any other than Daniel Farke involved in at Leeds United any single way, and that's the biggest concern. And it feels very Radrizzani, very auto. It feels very very League One of just a couple of people making massive decisions, and that's it. And actually Underwood's probably been over promoted. I mean, he's head of 4 parts for a little while, and he did the junior setup, and then suddenly he's director of football, and he's negotiating with agents, etc. He doesn't know, he can't know them. Nick Hammond, it wasn't it? Nick Hammond's here for a long time. I think Nick Hammond had quite a decent influence on it all. But yeah, I mean, Underwood's just, and then you got Evans, who's come in, he's never run a football club. Suddenly he's running the football club every day. Raf drops in the country once a month or whatever he does. It's a real problem. And the 49ers just sort of letting it go, just letting it just drift along, and they can't do that. The investors should be all over them, saying, what the hell are you doing? That's not just about Farke, it's about the whole club actually. And I think everything that we're seeing on the pitch is just a symptom of the way they're set up. And it go back, I've said this a lot, I bore myself. Kinnear should have been in garden leave. As soon as he quit last year to go Everton, 3-4 months before the end of the season, he should have been fucked off. He should have been. Also, every decent club would have done. Don't just carry on running the club, mate. Oh yeah, if you can just run it to the end of the season before you go to our rival, that'd be good of you. Well, all of our secrets, yeah. Oh, you can't sit in transfer. Of course, he knew everything that was going on. It's pathetic, and he took Nick Hammond with him as well. And then we're left with Robbie Evans, who was the head of operations or something, and suddenly running the whole show with Underwood as director of football. It's really, 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 really poor. Really poor. I can't underestimate how bad that is.
It is, mate. It's yeah, you say that a lot, don't you? About the turnip that left and went to Everton. You did. Sorry, Graham, become a member of the channel. Thanks so much, Graham. You're an absolute legend. Welcome to the IMBL club. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Colin Blackshaw, thanks, mate, for your super chat. Really appreciate that too. Would you take Southgate as manager? Honestly, at this point, I'd take Bossnass and AG as managers. So I would take anybody that I've not seen fail at Leeds United. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. He's not in the running, but I do think there'll be someone. I watched Mr. Wilco White's video earlier on Bo Svensson. That was a good video. That really detailed breakdown of Bo Svensson's. I'd really like him after watching that. But yeah, Southgate. Lads, any takers over Farke? You'd probably say yeah, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think that's happening anywhere.
I'll take him over Farke, but that is the perfect solution.
Yeah, I agree. Bob Young.
He's not for me. He's not for me.
Hi all. None of the bottom 6 will win this weekend. Check out the fixtures. Keep the faith. It's not even about this weekend for me. It's just about how I feel going forward as well. Jer said to me earlier in the week as well about he's looking at Fulham, the 3 points in front of us, thinking I think they've got Spurs, they've got 2 or 3 really tough games. He thinks we maybe claw them back in. I'm thinking, yeah, but do you really think Fulham are going to finish below Leeds? Forest and West Ham look like they're. My issue now is, boys, even if I were confident with Leeds United picking up points, I just don't know who we finish above. So when by process of elimination now, unless there's an absolute shake-up at the club, which only comes from a manager change for me and an absolute blind in January, something we've not seen in, I can't remember last time, it just feels very unlikely that we turn it round. Go on, Bossnass.
I mean, I'd say don't worry about that. Let the maths do the maths. Just get to 40 points and that will figure itself out. That will become clear as the season. I mean, if you do your side of the bargain, that you've taken care of business, right?
The math ain't mathing though for us, is it, pal?
Not at the minute. Look, we need a big January. We need to get the 49ers to change their philosophy. We need to get them to literally tear up that data pack saying that we don't like doing business. You have to do business in January. You have to, because
this time.
Such a massive downgrade.
Here's a story for you. I told you both. I sat next to sat in a flight, and some guy said next to me, I'm involved in football.
I wonder if he'd say this. I
was like, all right, you're involved in football. He went, yeah, I'm an agent. Oh, that's cool. Any players I'd know? And he started reading off some of the biggest footballers in the world. He showed me pictures of him, Arsenal, etc., whatever. Some of the big, I can't say who he was, because he told me quite a lot, actually. And he was scathed. He's an agent, right? They talk a lot of shit as well. He's up his own arse. That's fine. That's quite obvious. But he's all legitimate in terms of who he was. But he was scathing on Leeds United not being serious. He was scathing. He said about trying to get this player there. He said Farke's the biggest problem you got, because he's all about the analytics, all about the stats above anything else. They just wanted big people with the right stats. He said, naturally, you won't look at the bigger picture. He said, and I think they got a lot wrong. He said, in Farke, it's the biggest problem you had in recruitment. And a lot of people seem to give Farke a free ride, and he didn't get the players he wanted. And if you talk to people, he talked to a lot of people in football, Farke was the biggest issue with that. Because he had the final say on all transfers. There's some players he said a couple of players he reeled off. I can't remember the names of players that he said Leeds wanted, and he said I could have got them there, but the players didn't want to go because they worried about relegation. And if I had those names, it'd be quite useful, really, wouldn't it? It'd be quite interesting information. But I can't remember who they were. I hadn't heard of either player, to be fair. But yeah, it was really quite revealing hearing it all. And actually, that's the problem. It's what I've heard a lot of. He said Leeds aren't serious. I said, do you think they'll do a lot in January? He said they might try. He said, but they're not a serious club.
Hey, G, what is that Emirates Triple Diamond experience like? I mean, I've never had £6 to do it myself. Do you know what I mean? So
Bossnass, I was shocked when I sat down on my private jet and this guy sat next to me. I thought, who the fuck are you, mate? How'd you get on my jet? No, so I did. Yeah. Do you know what? He missed his flight. He said he doesn't. He had a meeting with like 9 clubs in 8 days. Where he said he missed his flight. He said he always flies BA. He doesn't want to do private jets and stuff.
So you just let him on your private jet.
And he said I was supposed to. He said he's supposed to actually go to Turkey. He went. I just got on this one to Copenhagen. He said he's going to meet a couple of clubs here as well. He's a partner in the 4th biggest football agency in the world. And it's really
part of the Gyökeres deal to get into Arsenal.
He was. I was trying not to say anything like that. But yes, that is. Well, yeah, but now I mean, he might not be happy me saying like having to go about a club. I know it's just little old me.
Well, if he watches Late Night Leeds, then we've cracked.
Well, no, I don't think I'll bring his empire down.
I'll tell you what, mate. That's just such a different holiday to my experience. You know, you don't get that at Butlins. You know what I mean? You don't get that at Butlins. I've never spoke to anyone like that at Skegness, mate. That's a fact.
Yeah, I've been fillet steak at 30,000 feet. I thought this guy was taking the mickey. I couldn't believe it.
I have had fillet steak at 30,000 feet, but that's not the point of this one. Yeah, with a fish falling beside me everywhere.
Yeah, just he opens window and there's just Jeeves, there's fish coming from the clouds. Jeeves, there's fish coming from the clouds. It's raining fish at 50,000 feet. It's raining. Oh, honestly, show's fucked tonight. We're all laughing though. This goes to show us how sort of like unfazed we are by tomorrow. Like if we were playing, we weren't like this last week with Villa. We were all negative chat like this. Where's next win coming from? But like I literally feel like tomorrow just it is what it is. Let's just get it over and done with. And best thing about tomorrow, boys, and it is a good thing, is there's a quick turnaround for Wednesday. You know, it's not like losing before international break. And if we get tonked tomorrow, we've got Wednesday at Ellen Road under lights, and I don't think it's going to create too much of a negative vibe at Ellen Road because everyone's expecting this, pal. Go on, mate.
Do you know what, mate? If he played all the players that hadn't got any minutes, if he started Perot up top and he put Gruev in there, and if he just basically started the bench and rested some players for Wednesday, I would be like, "That's off to you, mate. Fair play."
Yeah, you actually would, wouldn't you? In this circumstance, yeah, I would. I mean, he spoke at Preston about resting players and rotating the squad, and I just thought it was so laughable. You know, we've got 3 games in 7 days, so we've got to rotate the squad. I thought you had that umpteen times last season, mate, and you never rotated squad. So I just thought it was funny how he's now rotating the squad, apparently. Just
quickly as well, I think it's important to say, because it ends up being quite negative because you're losing games of football. We've had so many parts of games this season where we've been pretty good. And actually, we've looked like we've got good players, and we can play against sides, and we can stand up, we can match them. And Man City is a little bit different. I think it's probably too far out of our league, but I think there's enough there. Talk about Underwood, Evans, Farke, whatever. There's enough in our squad to turn this around with a few right decisions, whatever they may be, recruitment, whatever, to turn this around.
We've tried as best, haven't we, as a club? I think we've tried as best as a club to get ourselves relegated. We've done that many.
We've made this really hard.
Yeah. Made it really hard. But as fans, we've still seen enough in moments. We haven't seen many 90-minute performances, which has to change, whether that's fitness, tactics, play switch, whatever. There is something there for sure. Yes, and I think that's why we're so frustrated, because we've seen it in the players. We think we're a little bit hamstrung with the manager. Regardless of who's in charge, the team on the pitch right now, I think, has a fighting chance, has a puncher's chance. It does. We just need to see it on a more.
I think it has a little bit more than that, though. Not against Man City. I think we've been really competitive in certain. We've won games of football this year, but we've won games of football playing a certain way, and Farke's gone away from that for no obvious reason. Where he's starting to try and play around. Just play direct, play physical, sit in a mid block, we don't have to high press. We don't have to just match the crowd's energy completely and just run around like frantically up front. We didn't have to do that. We could have, you know, the second half against Villa, we could have sat into that mid block. We didn't survive long in the second half. Sat in the mid block, being a really aggressive when I get in a half. We don't have to chase the ball endlessly. That's what we did first half. We are almost overcommitted to that aggressive, like running style. We just need to find that middle ground, and that's all on the manager. Because I think certain games, like Nigel said earlier, first half against West Ham, we went a bit nuts again. And it went too far again. And then Farke dragged it back and went too far the other way. And we just sat back on the edge of our own box for the second half. First half against Brighton, same.
I think it's as simple as this. If this team's to stay up, it's because they brought in a better manager after sacking Farke, and that manager has attracted better players in January. I think it is as simple as that.
But player-wise, I don't think we need wholesale. I think we need a couple of better players, definitely. But what I hang my hat on, what I hang my hope on, is we if we're a better manager, there's lots more to come from our current squad as well. Actually, I think we do need help in January. There's no doubt about it. But I think there's a lot more to come from this squad. I think we can utilise them much better.
Yeah, I believe that as well. I think this team can go a couple of years, but you know, I think it would be a case of get a better manager in who can play multiple systems, play formations to counteract other managers, and just get Sam Allardyce said it, and people will blow this off because it's Sam Allardyce. Don't. He's a very experienced man, and he's been in the game a long time. He said to survive in the Premier League, you need a good team, but you need 3 special players that can do something out of nothing. And I genuinely believe
Farke would never allow a starting 11 to have 3 of those players in it. Never.
Which is a problem.
Yeah, it would never allow it, mate. Honestly, never. You imagine Okafor, Somerville, and Jorginho Rutter. He'd be dropping 2 of them, mate. 2 of them wouldn't be starting for Leeds United. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Yeah, no, it is 100%. 100%. I've just put in the chat there. Planet Leeds. This is Bossnass's channel. He's dropped 6 subs today randomly, probably just bots. Please go over if you don't watch Bossnass, don't know who he is. Planet Leeds. Go over now, please, and subscribe. And then come back over here. It's fine. 153 people in here. Be a lot of you not subscribed to Bossnass and Planet Leeds. He's a good mate of mine. Love him a bits. Go check out his content, please. Thank you very much. And if you don't, there'll be no Late Night Leeds till next Friday. So make sure you go do it. But yeah, just please do it. Right. Mr. Whitesnake's poem. It's time for that this week. So this is gonna sort of end the show a little bit differently this week, right? So this one is got a good friend of mine, good friend of ours. Is a IMBL member, Jam. He started a mental health channel, The Jammed Up Man. The link is in the description. If anyone likes to listen to mental health podcasts, he's really trying to do a good thing. I was on his show early this week and spoke about my story. Go watch the video. Hasn't been seen by many, hasn't got many subscribers, but needs to spread the word and get more out there. So Mr. Whitesnake watched the video. He's a massive friend of Jam's too. He decided to do a poem off the back of Jam's channel. So this is, I think it's it's about the Jammed Up Man anyway. So here's Mr. Whitesnake's poem. Hope you all enjoy it.
Mr. Whitesnake writes, poetry from New Zealand.
Have you seen the jammed up man? He could be anywhere. He might be your closest mate or the stranger over there. Could be the joker or a wise guy, or the quiet one at the back, the lad who seems a little off, or the bloke who's right on track. Your favourite actor who plays the man, or the guitarist with the gift, uncle, father, brother, or just plain Mr. Smith. The jammed up man has no favourites. This much we know is true. He doesn't pick or choose his mark. He'll take a swing at you. They say that talking helps, and it's saved a fair few souls. It breaks the chains we never see and swaps them out for goals. There are never simple answers, but one thing's always clear. Death is never freedom. It's the lie whispered in your ear. If you think that's where relief lives, you need to scream and shout. The jammed up man ain't winning. If you stop, breathe, reach out.
Mr. Whitesnake writes, poetry from New Zealand.
Great poem. Great poem. Really enjoyed that one. So that there is Jam's channel, The Jammed Up Man. Please go subscribe to Jam as well for something a little bit different. Really doing some something really big over there. And there's Mr. Whitesnake's channel as well for you to go. He'll be putting that poem on as a short as well. He does every week. He does a poem for us. He puts it on his channel. Very positive Leeds fan. You want a little bit more positivity. If we've given it a little bit too negative, Mr. Whitesnake will provide that, and he'll make you think we're going to win tomorrow, which isn't a bad way of looking when you go to sleep. So yeah, absolutely fantastic, Steve. Yet again, as always, top banana. Fantastic, Richard Hogan. There you go, Harry the Rescue. Karen, I hope you're well. What a guy, as always. His poem always goes down well in chat. Absolute legend. So, boys, that's pretty much it, I think. I just wanted to sort of end on, I mean, have you got what else to say before I sort of finish up? Have you got what else you want to get off your chest, boys? Bossnass?
No.
I'd just be really annoyed if I bought a brand new umbrella and I had loads of fish clattering into it. That's
No, that's fair. So, we're going to end on yesterday. It was 14 years since we lost Gary Speed.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good sort of way of moving into that way. That poem, the jammed up man. Mental health's a big thing. You've got a problem, reach out, speak to someone. And yeah, Gary Speed didn't do that. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. So 14 years, I can't believe it's been that long. I remember watching the Sky Sports with Brynlaw. A bit of a harrowing moment. That what I think sticks with all of us. So I'm going to play us out. I wrote a song 6 months ago. Called White and Gold for Gary Speed. So that's going to be our play out song. So yeah, smash a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Thanks for the new members. Thanks, Bossnass, for the quiz. Thanks, Adam, just for being you, mate. An absolute legend. Love you all a bits. Thanks so much. Great support tonight, as always. Take care, everybody. Here is White and Gold to play us out. Rest in peace, Gary, lad.
Gives Gary Speed a run. Away goes Speed. He's got a start on them all this time. Go on, Gary Speed. Get one yourself, son. And what a great goal.
He wore the white with pride and grace, a Yorkshire lion in his place. From Mellon Road to distant fields, a heart of steel, a soul that heals. He rose with youth, he led with might. Number 11 burning bright. The crowd would cheer, the cup would sing, for Speedo's magic on the wing. Oh, Gary Speed, you live on still, in every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, Speed, oh, we remember you forever proud, forever true. Ooh, yeah. In 92, we touched the sky. Champion's dream, we watched it fly. With Batty striking and McAllister too. But Gary, we always look to you. You gave us hope, you gave us fight. You lit our darkest days with light. A gentleman, a warrior bold. Your legacy will never grow old. Oh, Gary Speed, you live on still, every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, Speed, oh, we remember you forever proud, forever true. Fade, your name in stone will still be laid. At Ellen Road, your spirit walks in every match, in every talk. Oh, Gary Speed, you live on still, in every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, Speed, true.